Hi you guys, it's Sally with Amelia Salon. I had a question presented to me the other day. A friend of mine asked the question, will you still be natural if you relax your edges? And she asked that I talk about this. Okay, no, no. Your edges will be relaxed or chemically processed, and the rest of your hair will be natural. I don't know why someone would choose to relax their edges. Actually, I do know why. Some people are not comfortable with their edges. However, you know, I am very, very comfortable with that, and a lot of other people are as well. But there are a lot of people that are not comfortable with their edges being curly or coily. There's something that you guys are going to have to embrace. You're going to have to embrace the way that God created you if you're going to endure this natural journey. There are products that are out there, like edge control, which do not really control your edges. They pretty much lay them down for a couple of minutes or maybe an hour, and then they're back curly. If you have a wavy texture, then yes, it will lay your hair down. If you have curly hair like myself, or over curly or coily hair, it's not going to lay your hair down. You're just going to be putting product on top of product, or you're going to be putting relaxer on your edges and saying that you are natural. I feel that that would be a damaging process because you're consistently putting relaxer on the edges. That can cause a little traction alopecia. It can also cause chemical damage. So, on the hair. So you definitely do not want to put relaxer on your edges. And think about this for a second. When you're putting the relaxer just right here on the edges and you get ready to shampoo it out, what happens? The residue from the chemical is going to also rinse out on the rest of your natural hair. So, I would be against that. I would advise against you putting relaxer around your edges just to lay down your edges and make them smooth. So out there to my friend, I love you a lot, but do not put relaxer on your edges. Also, you have to treat that hair after you shampoo it. You have to shampoo that with a neutralizing shampoo. And when you put a neutralizing shampoo on natural hair, now that really strips the hair. It will dry the hair out because it's supposed to be returning the chemical processed hair back to the natural pH. And it's also supposed to neutralize that relaxer. So no, I'm going to say that 1,000 times. No, do not put relaxer around your edges to keep them straight. Even I had another question. Someone asked, and this was my niece. I love her to death. She asked, could she put a relaxer in her hair because she wanted to get braids? That answer would be no as well. I also showed her a lot of pictures of people who are experiencing different types of alopecia, which would be hair loss. And the braids pulls the hair out. So when you're putting relaxer on your hair just to put braids in it, you got to think about that. It's going to put too much tension on your hair strand. And you've just weakened your hair strand by putting the relaxer in it. So you're going to have a whole lot of shedding and breakage, especially around the edges. And also it's going to be a lot of sheddage throughout the rest of the hair, depending on how long you keep the braids in. So once again, no relaxing for just to put braids in. If the people who are braiding your hair, if they can't braid your hair tight enough, which they shouldn't, if they can't braid your hair tight enough to make it looks like your hair is relaxed, then you probably shouldn't be getting it braided. But anyway, you shouldn't get it braided that tight. It should be a enough tension on the hair to make it look like it's relaxed, or it's smooth. That will be better. That would be a better word to say, smooth. So she did not, my niece did not opt to put a relaxer in her hair. But when I saw her, they had used this type of gel. Oh my God. They used this type of gel on her hair that laid her hair down so smooth. Now, mind you, that gel, that gel is like, I mean, really thick, and it's brown. I have no clue what it is. But it laid her hair down, and I'm quite sure her scalp should be itching. It really should. It looked as if it should have been itching. So it did what it did, and it laid her hair down, and she was able to get the 2 braids that she wanted. So there are options that you can do, you know, that you can lay your hair down with, besides getting a relaxer to put braids in, or just to lay down your edges. So what I would suggest is, and I used to do this back in the day, and I probably still do it. I'm not gonna say back in the day. When my clients come in, if I want to put their hair in a ponytail and make their hair smooth, pretty much I will get the gel that I'm going to use, and their hair is pretty much wet. It's not dry when I'm doing it. And I will pull their hair back and put the gel on it. The hair is detangled, but I will put the gel on it. And after I've smoothed the hair out, or smoothed it down to the scalp around the edges, I would get a, it's like a head wrap. I don't know if you guys are familiar with those. They are about this long, if not longer. And I would take them and I would wrap them around the client's heads. And this is to lay down and smooth the hair out. So they would look like a mummy by the time I'm done with them. And then I would sit them under the dryer. I would take one wrap and go this way, and I would take another wrap and go the opposite direction. And like I said, that's just to smooth out the edges. And their hair will stay like that for approximately 2 weeks until it's time for them to come back to me. So yeah, just a little FYI for you guys. If you want to go and get some head wraps by, I think the name of the product is Sanek, S-A-N-E-K. There are some other head wraps. I'm really not familiar with the name of those. I'm trying to think of those, but I can't think of them. But just look up or Google head wraps. So, all right, that is my time for this video about chemical relaxing the edges. And I smile because it's funny. It's not funny, but it is. It is to me. You have to know my job. So anyway, it was nice talking to you guys this evening, and I will talk to you all a little bit later. Thank you for watching. Bye.